When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Power football with the run. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. And he's to the 48-yard line. That would be good enough for a first down.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Lewis. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Buys a little extra time. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Collins. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Keeps it on the draw. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Back to pass. On the run, still looking. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Touchdown, Iowa. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae?
Oh, they blocked it. He picks it up. That's a live ball.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Iowa 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. He's got it on the outside. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy, he's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they're going to get lit up just like that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Run out of bounds all the way up at the 48-yard line as this offense gets a big play.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end. Get a nice positive game in the toss ball.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Parker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Running back searching for a hole. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to throw, it's Collins. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
Now, 4th down.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That is good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. First play of the drive wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Payne.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the back. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Right down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Going up top again. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Punt is on its way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give out of the gun. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Moulton. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the ground game. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And the Hawkeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Collins. Good timing on the quick out. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. They didn't get too greedy there. They knew what they needed, and he gets it just past the sticks.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the defense maybe be a little bit more aggressive, a little more in the face, because QBC's easy access. I'm going to throw the football. My receiver's got a little bit of space. He can get the first down. I'd like to see the defense make him work for it a little bit more.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And 4th and inches, you know it's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
He's got him in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Collins. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll take a shot. Makes the catch. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
On the snap, it's Moulton. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
On the option. Quick toss. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you can have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Vols will line up to kick off and start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll open the second half with a run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Caught near the sticks. It's Parker. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Plows through the defense. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Collins. Gets it to him on the screen. Pick up a 5, it'll be third down and 5.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Picks up the first down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and throw downfield.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Hey, a lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to pass on 2nd down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking for space. It's Lewis. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. The Volunteers have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back to throw, it's Collins. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Out of the backfield, he's open. The Hawkeyes brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Dropping back, it's Collins. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
And the Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the defender.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Swings it out to his running back. They will score! Touchdown, Iowa!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They're up by 4 over the Rebels. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. And the pass rush gets home.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's looking deep. He's got it along the sideline. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? And the Vols with the 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Wants to throw again. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. Touchdown, Volunteers! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Caught in the backfield. It's Patterson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Collins. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Starts a drive trying to go up top. On the run, fires downfield. He's got him wide open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Man, this is where you really hang your hat on your defense. You got to lead late in the game. Offense just punted because they trust you. They can put you out there to get a stop. When you have the lead, get the ball back to the offense. Let's see if this defense can come up clutch.
Looking to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
This is such an interesting moment for the offensive coordinator because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to tie this game and send it to OT, but you want to be aggressive and you believe in your own playmakers to step up, and that's why they're still being aggressive in throwing the football, but there's a huge risk component with that. You can't take sacks and you can't turn it over. What do you do here if you're on offense?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He was trying to get it to the 25, but the defense stands tall, and they force a 4th and short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
Tennessee.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And in the waning seconds of the game, they tie it up. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Oh, maybe a double pass. Quickly complete. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Running to Green. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
He breaks a tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now I can play action.
Touchdown, Tennessee! They jump on top here in OT. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. To the air, it's Collins. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They are up against it, a 3rd and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation